3 years. 3 years. That is how long the average man wastes on the wrong woman before finally admitting what he already knew in the first 3 weeks. 3 years of investing emotions, time, money, and energy into someone who was never going to become what he needed. 3 years he will never get back. And here is what no one tells you. Those 3 years weren't lost because she changed. They were lost because he ignored signs that were screaming at him from day one. There are 7 specific signs that tell you, with about 95% accuracy, that you're wasting your time. The second sign shows up in how she talks about her future, and most men completely miss it. The fourth appears in a single conversation about money, and the 7th is so subtle, you'll think, I'm reaching, until you see it once and realize it has been present in every failed relationship you've ever witnessed. These signs don't lie. They don't give false positives, and if you see 3 or more of them in a woman you're dating, you have exactly 2 options. Leave now with minimal damage, or stay and pay the full price later. Most men choose option 2. They ignore the signs, they make excuses. They convince themselves she's different, that love conquers all, that things will change. And then years later, they're sitting across from a divorce lawyer wondering how they didn't see it coming. You're about to see it coming right now. Before you waste another month, before you become another man who wastes years on the wrong woman, you need to understand this. The wrong woman doesn't reveal herself through dramatic failures. She reveals herself through small, consistent patterns you've been trained to ignore. Society conditioned you to believe that having standards makes you shallow, that observing patterns makes you judgmental, that protecting your time makes you commitment. That programming exists for one reason: to keep you invested in situations that don't serve your future. Here's the economic reality. Women benefit from male investment, whether the relationship has long-term potential or not. Your time, your attention, your resources, your emotional energy. Value is extracted from all of it, even when she can never give you what you actually need for a stable future. So, a social framework was created where you're expected to ignore obvious incompatibilities, overlook clear red flags, and keep investing based on hope instead of evidence. Most men follow that framework straight into disaster. The wrong woman costs you more than the relationship itself. She costs you years of your prime. She costs you opportunities with the right women you passed on because you were occupied. She costs you money you'll never recover. She costs you psychological damage that bleeds into future relationships. The full price is catastrophic. These 7 signs exist to protect you from paying it. They give you permission to trust what you're re-seeing instead of what you've been told you should feel. First sign: she has no clear vision for her future. The first sign most men completely overlook is that she has no clearly articulated vision for her future beyond vague ideas. Ask her where she sees herself in 5 years, not as a test, but out of genuine curiosity. The right woman has an answer. It might be career progression. It might be family goals. It might be personal development. The specific content matters less than the fact that she has thought about it deeply and can explain it clearly. The wrong woman gives vague responses. I don't know. Just happy, I guess. Living my best life, we'll see what happens. These aren't humble answers. They're evidence of someone who doesn't think strategically about her life. And here's why that matters. If she doesn't have a vision for her own life, she doesn't have a vision for building a life with you. You're not a partner in her future. You're a passenger in her present. And when that present stops feeling good, you're gone. Pay attention to her past goals too. Did she set them? Did she follow through? Or does she start things enthusiastically and abandon them when effort is required? That pattern applies to relationships as well. The right woman demonstrates planning, execution, and follow-through across multiple areas of life. The wrong woman demonstrates impulsivity, short-term thinking, and reliance on circumstances instead of strategy. If she can't plan her own life, she cannot be trusted to build a shared one. Second sign: she brings problems, not solutions. Watch the ratio of problems she brings versus solutions she creates. The right woman attempts to solve her problems herself and involves you when she genuinely needs input or support. She takes ownership. The wrong woman immediately turns her problems into your responsibility. She creates drama over minor issues and expects you to rescue her from the consequences of her own decisions. Watch how she handles work conflict. Watch how she handles family issues. And pay attention to what happens when you offer solutions. If she rejects solutions and continues complaining, she doesn't want problems solved, she wants attention and emotional labor. This pattern compounds. What starts as support becomes you managing her entire life. You become her therapist, advisor, regulator, while she contributes nothing equal in return. The wrong woman treats you like a utility. The right woman treats you like a partner. Third sign, she consistently disrespects your time. This one is easy to notice, but hard for men to act on. She's chronically late. She cancels last minute. She commits, then changes her mind. This is an occasional inconvenience. It's a pattern. What it really signals is simple. You're not a priority. You're an option. The right woman respects time because she understands it's non-renewable. She plans, communicates, and honors commitments. Most men excuse the behavior, and every excuse trains her that your time doesn't matter. If she can't respect time, she can't handle responsibility. Fourth sign, her relationship with money is chaotic. You don't need to see her bank account. Just observe her behavior. Does she budget, save, plan, or does she live impulsively, rack up debt, and expect others to cover the gap? Suggest a low-cost or free date. Her reaction tells you everything. If she needs money spent on her to feel valued, that need never ends. The right woman practices financial discipline regardless of income. The wrong woman brings financial instability, and later, that instability becomes yours. Fifth sign, she doesn't respect your boundaries. Set a reasonable boundary and watch her response. The right woman respects it without resistance. The wrong woman tests it, violates it, or guilt trips you for having it. If she frames your boundaries as selfish or unloving, she doesn't see you as a person, she sees you as a resource. If she can't respect small boundaries now, she will violate major ones later. Sixth sign, how she treats people who can't benefit her. Watch how she treats waiters, staff, strangers. Is she respectful or dismissive? Watch how she treats people who are struggling. The wrong woman is transactional. The right woman is kind, regardless of benefit. Eventually, when you stop being useful, you'll be treated the same way. Seventh sign, she never takes accountability. Listen to how she describes past relationships. If every ex was toxic and she was always the victim, that's a pattern. Watch how she handles being wrong about small things. The right woman can say, I was wrong. The wrong woman deflects, blames, or says, I'm sorry you feel that way. That's not accountability. That's avoidance. Without accountability, conflicts never resolve. They accumulate until collapse. What to do if you see these signs? If you see 3 or more of these signs, be honest with yourself. Don't make excuses. Don't hope she'll change. These are character patterns. Decide whether you're protecting your future or accepting the consequences. If you leave, leave cleanly. No lectures, no fixing, no explanations. Your job isn't to save her. Your job is to protect your future. The signs have always been there. The only question is whether you have the courage to act on them. Most men don't. But you're not most men. Now decide accordingly.